Coming in as a freshman, I didn't really think I was gonna play that much. When my name was called, I was nervous. I was like, hey, I'm about to get into this SEC football. But that's just I could say like that just coming from Coach Nate, that means a lot because what the type of man that he is, and that just shows that like my hard work is not going unnoticed, and that I'm able to help the team in a positive way.
Do you remember when you found your groove last year? Was there like a week or a game where you were like, hey, I belong on this stage?
I'll say for me it was against Vandy because I didn't have the best running game. It was probably the best pass blocking game I had, and I was like, if I can just keep doing this and the running to come with it, and that's just kind of like when I got comfortable with the game.
Your field vision appears to be advanced for a freshman. What do you attribute that to? Your ability to cut back and see holes, you think?
Honestly, really, my first year, I was just running. I was just running. I was out there scared, running for my life.
That Kentucky game, though, I mean, that was a pretty nifty cutback, though. Your first touchdown.
Oh yeah, that's coming from practice. We practiced that drill, wide them and split them, Texas Vice drill. So it just drills and practice showing up in the game.
Second year into the system, what are you seeing from everybody as far as being comfortable with what you guys are doing?
The want to. You can tell everyone wants to be here. Everyone wants to work. They want to put the work in. Everyone wants to be great. And I feel like seeing that from everyone will only push the team to be better.
Pass blocking is probably something you're not asked to do when you're running back in high school. What has that been like, just learning the schemes, who to block, maybe more so than how to block?
Yeah, that's been crazy for me because coming from high school, we ran the wing T, split back veers. So it was like you getting the ball and go every play. And then coming here, like just like you said, learning. It's really just like communication with the O-line. That's really the hardest part for me, like learning that terminology and like knowing who to get in body position. Like once I figure out all those things, I feel like I'll be better at it.
I saw the comment. I'll put it there. Tiffany B throws in. Hard to tell he was scared. Talking about Trevor Etienne there. Absolutely. I mean, he comes in right away. Game 1 versus Utah, making plays, and him sitting there saying, "Hey, I was just running." That should be scary for everybody else. I mean, he's even admitting, "Hey, I didn't really know everything. I'm just out there running." And that's how successful he was. So now he wasn't even part of spring football last year. This is his first spring. So his first winter workout, his first spring practice. Just imagine how much growth Trevor Etienne's going to have going through spring ball now. I mean, we should be even more excited for this kid, taking everything that he just said there and how everything also in practice is showing up on the field and what they practice and what they put the work into, how it translates to on-field production. I mean, I tell you what, we can take too much from sound bites and stuff, but when you pair something like that to what we saw on the field last year from somebody like Trevor Etienne as a true freshman growing, we should be excited. That should make us more excited as fans and followers of this program and, you know, following I mean, we're diehards in here. You know, if you're listening to Gators Breakdown, we're diehard fans, and you know, it's at this time of year. There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of positivity, but that's what kind of spring practice is. It's hope springs eternal, of course. But hearing that from ETN and really kind of just showing how young he was last year and just how much more he has to grow, man, we really should be excited. You heard him say there, and kudos to him. One play, he's going to, in the Vanderbilt, it's the game Florida lost, of course, but he's going to that game saying, hey, one of my favorite plays, one thing that sticks out to me last year, the moment maybe it all clicked was the Vanderbilt game, my best game pass blocking. That lets you know the narrative. That lets you know the focus. That lets you know what these running backs and what these coaches are kind of just putting in their heads of, yeah, everything you did good last year was good. You know, you ran for a whole bunch of yards, but you can get better. And what places can you get better? You can hear it. You can hear them discussing what it is to get better, what it takes to get better. So as a duo, how much better can this group be? But especially Trevor Etienne coming in as a true freshman. He has not reached his ceiling. So much room for growth because of that youth. Didn't hit the field as a college player till last summer, as you heard. I mean, no spring, no winter workouts last year. He was able to come in the summer and be an instant contributor in this offense. All the change that was going on, a true freshman comes in and makes headway in a running back room that was deep. And he's there, game one, Utah, making big plays. So he's taking part in his first spring practice. Pair that with all the experience last season. As I said, offensive line play, of course, will contribute to what these running backs do this year. But he's going to be a better running back than he was last year. You know, barring some, we've heard it before, some sophomore slump or something like that. I don't see that happening. I mean, there were times last year he was the best running back on the field. Counting for Florida and whoever Florida was playing, there were times Trevor Etienne was the best running back on the field as a true freshman. And look, he's got the bloodline. Of course, he's coming on faster than his brother did, Travis at Clemson. And he was a running back that seemed to get better every season at Clemson. Can that now be the case for Trevor? Well, we certainly hope so. But here's him having a little bit of fun and looking back on how much his brother has meant to him and helped his game.
He would have clips like waiting on me after the game. It's like, good run, but you did this wrong. It's like, it's just critiquing every little thing I do. And that's just him helping me.
Was this the first time he done this? Were you used to him doing this? Was he
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it in high
I'm
school?
used to it. High school, funny story. High school, one game, I was coming back from an injury. I had broke my fibula. And, like, they said I was running soft, but I thought I was running pretty hard. He comes on the sideline, and he's like, bro, you gonna start playing or what? I'm like, what you mean? And then I just kind of like, yeah.
What's it like having him so close? I mean, 90 miles up in Jacksonville and stuff, and how much are you guys able to interact because of that?
I mean, it's crazy because we don't really get to see each other that much during the season because he's busy, I'm busy. Like, we kind of have the weekends off, but not really. So, like, we see each other when we can. We talk on the phone every day, though.
What was it like growing up with him, and just how much did he rub up on you as a youngster?
I mean, it's just like looking up to him. I wanted to do everything he done. Like, it's just following his footsteps. Like, wherever he went, I wanted to go. So, like, just watching him, I thank him for doing the right thing because I feel that's like why I'm here today, because just following in his footsteps.
Yeah, that was a big part. Probably the recruiting of Trevor was Travis getting drafted. Hey, we can thank Urban Meyer one more time for drafting Travis Etienne when he was a head coach of the Jaguars, and that Jaguar front office staff for bringing Travis Etienne to Jacksonville, because that did have a little something of getting Trevor to Gainesville. Now this staff already had a relationship being in the state of Louisiana, of course, but Travis getting drafted by Jacksonville, the family moving to Jacksonville, and now Trevor only being 90 miles away plays a little bit of part in this, and thankfully so. That he is a Gator now, because he's going to be relied on so much this year as providing that 1-2 punch for the Gators. And as I said, providing some leadership, providing some experience to pass down to Carroll. I mean, Carroll's got a lot of experience coming from Tulane, but, you know, he needs the Florida experience. So Etienne can help him there. Johnson can help him there. They can help true freshman running back Trayon Webb as well, and especially Trevor, because Trevor was in those same shoes Trayon Webb is in just 1 year ago. Now, Webb thankfully gets to go and take part in spring practice. So there's some of this newness for Etienne as well as Webb, going through winter workouts, going through the spring practice process. But also, you know, he can share so much on what you need to do as a true freshman to get on the field at Florida. So really, really beneficial there. And thankfully, you know, Travis was able to share so much to Trevor, and you can tell there's a good relationship there. And you can follow that on social media. You watch a Gators game on Saturday, and there's Travis Etienne sitting there tweeting about this Florida offense, and sitting there tweeting about what his brother's doing and how much his brother's playing. And there's a good bit of stuff out there on Saturdays following Travis Etienne, talking about this Gators team because of his brother being on the team. It was a pretty good storyline. I'd like to follow last year. You know, being a Jaguars fan as well, but just kind of seeing that relationship, and now Travis Etienne sharing on social media about this Gator offense. Hey, look, it helps. You get a name like Travis Etienne going out there and praising his brother and praising this offense and this run game. Hopefully that helps in some kind of small way as far as recruiting or something like that goes.
Want more Gators Breakdown? Join Gators Breakdown Plus, starting at $3 a month. get access to unique episodes, plus a blog, chat room, giveaways, shout-outs, and more. Gators Breakdown Plus is furthering the interaction with fans and listeners like you. Head to gatorsbreakdown.supportingcast.fm to join Gators Breakdown Plus today.